So when I was going for my evening walk today, I received a channel message that I want to share with you right now, along with whatever spirit guide wants to share right now. I'm just gonna let it flow. But the thing is that more than the words in which I'm speaking this message, more than that, just this energy, you just hearing me right now and this message and this video, that's gonna move something in you. Just the energy of it, even if you are not able to fully understand the message, even if you're not able to, like I am not able to fully articulate it perfectly, but regardless, the energy of this entire message, that's gonna move something for you. So the message is that when I went for a walk in the evening, the channel message that I received was that, as a human being, there is like some deep, deep, deep sadness that we can carry, that you can carry, and like it's like deep pain, and sometimes it's like lineages of pain that you can feel. You know, thousands upon thousands of our ancestors and other humans that died of hunger, they died of pain, they died of poverty, not being able to afford the bills, not being able to get themselves to the hospital when they were sick, and they had to live with that disease and that kind of poverty. It's really sick, and it's I also navigate that kind of pattern. And right now I am like already what do we say, it's been 5 days since my rent date has already been due, and I just asked my landlord to grant me extra days, and she did. And like I'm also navigating that, honestly, in all honesty, I'm navigating that. And I'm like, how am I gonna do and all of that. But anyway, keeping me aside for a while, when we have, as a human being, as a sensitive human being and as a creative being, because creativity birth through deep pain. When you dive deep into grief, into pain, into sadness, into the tragedy, when you dive deep, the true joy, the true creativity is born. So like when you're diving deep in these emotions, there these perspectives, when we are, because emotion is just a, it's just like you are seeing my hand right now, it's just a part of my body and my personality, right now you're not able to see the full picture of me. So when you are facing your sadness, that's just a part of it. Like, it's not the full picture of you, but in that moment when you don't know how to process through or move through, or when you are lacking spiritual, the sometimes it can become too big that it can, like right now you can't see me, right? Just like that, emotion can become so big that you don't see other things, and in that moment you can make that perspective, like, life is really tough. I am sad and it's been tragic. God wants me to be sad. Life is meant to be sad. And then you would just die with that perspective, and that is not what God wants for you. That is not what any higher power that you believe in wants for you. And it was like you need a shift in your perspective. You don't, when we live with these painful perspectives, it's not good, it's not good, it's not healthy, and it's not the reality. It's not the reality, and yeah, like I said, the energy of this message in itself will communicate something to you, rather me being, so I was just trying to force myself to communicate it better. But that's not what God wants for you. If some emotion, some perspective is trying to convince you, like for me it is just this poverty and scarcity mindset that I have to see in my life, in my lineage, and I have to navigate every day. It's and how like life has been back at home for everybody, and it's just like weird scarcity thinking, and I, you know, and that really gets to me. Okay, for you it could be something else, but that's not the truth. That's really, don't let it convince you. Don't let certain emotion convince you in the moment, that you make it mean that you are not worth it, that life is hard, or that, you know, God wants you to be poor, or that money is hard to make. When, and especially when, you know, these wounds are fully present, like because in my ancestry line these things have happened. People didn't go to doctors and died of mysterious diseases because they were trying to save what they had. It's really painful. Okay, and when these pain is present, we, when we are healing, this pain is gonna come up for us, and these deep wounds, they can really convince us. Are we may struggle to look beyond that, you know, when this kind of deep pain is present, or these incidents that we have seen through our eyes, you, and the just dysfunctional relationships, you know, growing up, it's just too much, you know. And so look, it can convince us that life is going to be this painful, but no, that's not true. You know how I, through our pain, even if we feeling that emotion fully, if what's gonna happen is, like I have given this example before as well in another videos, like how the, you know, just that what do we say, that crack, sometimes there is a crack in the wall. It will be a brick wall, but then there will be just some crack through which the flower will grow, the grass will grow, the tree will grow, the branches will grow, you know. Just like that, when you sit with that, those emotions long enough, and instead of being inside of your room, you take your pain, you take that sadness, you take that deep tragic emotion that you are feeling, helplessness, powerlessness, you take that to out into the sun, you take it to the trees, you take it into the nature, and you do it daily long enough, there is something magical that births through you. I take my powerlessness that I feel around money and resources, and just like this mental, like that I can be in, you know, it's just, it is, poverty is not easy. I mean, what am I even saying? Poverty is not, like, going through that and having that wounds present is really painful. It is just so incredibly painful, genuinely, you know. So I take that into the nature, and from there I get the strength to persevere, to that I will get the creative solutions and healing these wounds. You know, whatever your wounds are, maybe it's not money and scarcity, but it is love and trust. You know, you're not, like maybe the trust was not there within the people, and now you, whatever your struggle is, anyway, you can book a one-on-one intuitive guidance session with me. We can dive deep, we can, you know, break through these painful perspective that you are holding, that are convincing you that you are not enough, you're like, or like you will never be, or anything that is keeping you in darkness, you know, the perspective, and keeping in repetitive cycles of pain and whatever, and just like you don't find yourself acting on your inspirations and moving forward, whatever like guidance you need, intuitive guidance, you would receive that, you would receive in my session. Like a conversation with me will be a game changer, I promise you that. And so book a one-on-one intuitive guidance session with me, and if you want to dive deep and ready for a bigger change in your life, and want to cultivate deeper levels of self-love, self-trust, self-confidence, book like get into my 12 weeks of mentorship with me. Super powerful. I am like, I love diving deep. I love to see you, transforming and blossoming. And also, like, sometimes the the life that God wants for us, the joyful, happier, richer life, our own beliefs, our own perspectives, our own, deep emotional pain, unprocessed pain, we that those things will stop us from going towards the life that God wants us to have, right? So in my 12 weeks of mentorship, we work, and plus, like, intuition, my intuitive skill, I will lead you very intuitively, and you would receive what you need to move forward and rise and thrive. And just like, I'm telling you, I know God, yeah, it's just magic, like extraordinary magic. And also, which reminds me of my magic paintings as well. When you keep them around, good things, high vibrational shifts happen for you. They act as a magnet. Like, you know how magnet and iron are attracted to each other? Just like that, my frequency paintings, my magic paintings act as a magnet for that high vibrational shifts, that magical energy. This painting says, dearest God, dearest Mother Earth, thank you for guiding me, thank you for leading me. This painting will help you, like, not just help you, but it's like it will push you into stepping up in your power and start to move in this world like God will want you to move. Believing in yourself like God would want you to believe in yourself, making the money that God wants you to make. That kind of unapologeticness, boldness, and but also like this deep peace that we feel, that yes, when we are being guided by God. Like, any perspective that is trying to keep you in the darkness, it will fall away around this painting. Very positive. Wow, so powerful. And also, you can hire me and I will channel a customized magic painting for you, uniquely for you. And that painting will bring extraordinary magic, high vibrations, peace, harmony, success, and beautiful. So I really would love to channel that painting for you. Link of everything is in my bio: my one-on-one sessions, my 12 weeks of mentorship, my magic paintings, plus my customized channel magic painting.